PCAE Computer-Aided Environment Project. Sorocaba, Brazil 2020. Biography. Caicon Ricardo Paes Marcino de Almeida. Born in the city of Apa, located in the state of São Paulo, Brazil, he is currently majoring in Information Technology Management. He has some experience in the industrial automation area, where he has already worked as an operator of an automated station for treatment and disposal of lathes waste. Has technical courses in C# programming language, but did not work on software development in a professional way, being an amateur in areas such as electronics, robotics, and even in music, where he plays violin, piano. Abstract. Again, I've been gathering my ideas, forgive my inability to write. Feedback. Among the types of programs, there are those that collect data and from these data generate results for the proper functioning. One way to study would be to start simply by designing a program that learns by feedback, by identifying mathematical patterns and generating reports on these data. You can even use hardware solutions as a scientific program with a laser scanner attached that, when scanning guinea pig, acquires information about it as measurements, 3D organ positions, and stores this data. And you can also use other ways of scanning, such as ultrasound, to have internal information, the infrared from which thermographic information is available, radiography. Then, with these data, you can already simulate experiences through comparisons between what you can do, a list of possibilities with collected data, and through these simulations stipulate a better result. One of the obligations of the software would be to write down variables needed in the experiment through the previous simulations, and then conduct an experiment with the simulation variables. Throughout the process, the software may require you to scan the guinea pig again with the experiments carried out, as there may be unforeseen changes, and compare results with what is expected. Certain activities can already be done automatically, such as a mat with electrical resistance attached which would heat the test subject, an automatic syringe that could insert reagents already stipulated in the simulation, then scan again. Assisted computing. Among the areas that compose computing, there are countless ways to use computers as task control. Complex software such as CAD. Computer-aided design. Computer-assisted design, where the computer has the assistance of the engineer in the design of his projects. CAM, computer-aided manufacturing, where the computer assists in the manufacture of previously designed parts. And finally CASE, computer-aided engineering, where finally the computer simulates the functioning of parts already designed by applying physics elements, etc. The design of computer systems to assist in tasks was and still is a most promising task. However, guys, today, a way to study these systems would be to start with a simple system, like designing a simple computer to help with tasks. It is possible to choose an environment to be helped, such as a vegetable garden, where an intelligent aid system is introduced that controls lighting, temperature, irrigation. A complex modeling of variables must be used. Analog temperatures of the type used in aquariums. Cheap lighting control systems that can be purchased in building materials houses. After the success of these implementations, slightly more complex electronic and mechanical systems can be designed, such as using solenoid valves and liquid fertilizer to fertilize irrigation, with the valve being controlled by a 555 circuit that at a certain time of the day generates a pulse determined by potentiometers. So after having already implemented systems, you can use microcontrollers programmed with simplified software like the Arduino, and then if you have more resources, a cheap mini computer like the Raspberry Pi is used. You can even invest in a cheaper notebook board with liquid cooling of the type that uses touch screen, although in the Raspberry Pi you can already use touch screen modules, only if using more programming. Once the system is already developed, dedicated buttons can be used for certain functions such as cleaning reservoirs, where the software cannot analyze. Using infrared sensors in the form of buttons can reduce contact with the most affected areas with higher incidence of bacteria, etc. It would be much more beneficial for such a system if using more expensive touch screens with 40 LED displays etc. However, in view of the price, can be printed an extended plan of the type LED map type panel where an Arduino is used to control the functions, and then there is an overview of all implementations. Among the forms of control, you can use a system with LAN to communicate via Ethernet cable, and then you can choose different ways to connect. Using an old computer, you can even reprogram a router that is not in use, with a USB connection etc., and connect the data on the Arduino, and then to save wires controlling by computer using an Ethernet network or an intranet network etc. Variables are the systems that can be used as controlling the vegetable garden. It would still be important to design a system that turns off automatic control of the valves and then so works manually.